She looked at me menacingly, harmful thoughts flashing in her dark blue eyes. Would this be the moment I would never have the chance to regret? With a flash of reflected light, her movement was too swift for me to notice. Pain surged through my body with a force that overloaded my senses. It erupted from me with a velocity that a bullet would envy. My vision grew crimson with each agonizing second that stretched on. The twitch of my nose at the coppery smell drove my fears home, mingling with the metallic taste in my mouth. All that remained was the piercing sound of her manic cackling, perhaps the most daunting sign of my inevitable end. I tried to confess the guilt I felt to her, but that act had become impossible. As my sight faded from red to black, I sensed something beyond the torment, a cold embrace tightening around my entire being. Welcoming it with what little strength I had left felt like the only fitting thing to do. Then came the shaking, soft at first, but growing more intense the longer I remained unresponsive. My ears picked up a much more pleasant sound this time. "Honey, wake up." The voice resonated deep within me. I gently forced my eyes open, only to be met by a blinding light. Through it, a silhouette blocked the source of my discomfort. As my vision cleared, her gentle smile immediately put me at ease after that nightmare. The worry in her eyes compelled me to reach out as she rested her head against my shoulder. I felt her tears seeping through my shirt, and stroking her hair seemed to soothe her. That was good. She pulled back slightly to inspect my face, and as I fell in love with her for the second time, she took my hand and led me toward the bathroom. The reflection reminded me once more of how lucky I was, seeing her there, standing beside me and caring for me with such tenderness. As she slowly unwound the bandages around my neck, I closed my eyes to savor the moment. Then I heard a noise, so faint it almost tickled my ears. Her soft humming made my hairs stand on end and calmed my heart. It was the nursery rhyme that had pierced the darkness a few days ago. I opened my eyes to meet hers in the mirror, but a third figure stood between us. Her cold, dark blue eyes were sharp and undoubtedly laced with venom. Shaking my head to dispel that haunting image worked for a moment, but the gasp that accompanied my erratic movement snapped me out of it. A trickle of blood flowed down my throat and stained my shirt. Her hand intercepted it and the other wiped it away with a cloth. I tried to apologize verbally, but a pinching ache stopped me. My frustration at my inability to speak melted away as she leaned into me, shushing me as she tended to my wounds. Once she was done, I promised myself I would hold her tightly and reassure her that everything would be all right. In character addendum. While my life might seem difficult, I cannot express how happy I am for the support I receive from everyone around me. Not just from my friends and family, but also from my fiancée. She is not only the love of my life, but also my best friend. We all make bad decisions that we might regret deeply, plunging us into the darkest depths. But as we persevere and learn from our mistakes, life can blossom again. Hang in there. If you've hit rock bottom, things can and will get better.